So to answer the question, do cheap laptop coolers actually work? I'm gonna have to say no to that. And after this test, I really gotta say I'm not a fan. Alright y'all, so today I'm gonna test if cheap laptop coolers actually work. And for this test, I bought 3 different laptop coolers just off Take A Lot to see. And these are randoms based on the highest reviews. And first we have the Canon cooling stand. So this one is called the Canon cooling stand NS03. That's the first one. This is the picture on the box. The second one is the Chiron 2, and this is the box, the picture that comes in the box. And then we have the M19 notebook cooler. This is what the M19 notebook cooler box looks like, and this is the only one that actually came with a microfiber cloth. It's a cool cloth too, let me show you. And it's a cool looking cloth too. Whether it's effective or practical, I'm not sure, but yeah, it came with the cooler. Now first of all, the Mkuzo is not what it looks like on the picture, because the picture is looking like this right here, but what I actually got is this one right here. So this is the one that I actually got. And although this is 2 fans, it doesn't have the stop at the end here. It doesn't have the stop at the end right there, which I figure has to be useful. I think I need that. So I don't like it already that it doesn't have that. So the M19 looks like this on the picture. And yeah, it looks cheap on the picture, and it also looks cheap in real life. They were not deceiving at all. This looks exactly like the picture. It's poorly built. Overall, all 3 of them actually look poorly built. But if I was to choose on the build quality, I think this one has the most, the best looking aesthetically. But functionality, I'm not so sure, because it doesn't have the stop at the end here. But this Mkuzo looks the best out of the 3 of them, although it doesn't have the stop at the bottom. And all of them are multifunctional, that if you use the USB port to, because you are gonna use the USB port to power it, so you use the USB port to power it, and then for that you have another insert for the normal use of the USB, so that you can still use your USB the way you intended to use it, as if the fan wasn't there. So for this Mkuzo, the multifunction of the USB is right on here. This is plugged right into there. And for the M19, it's exactly the same as well. In the M19, it's also with the USB like this, which is not very appealing, to be honest. And that's where this Canyon actually wins in terms of design, because this looks really cool compared to the other 2. But on top of that, it has 2 USB ports in here. So you have the USB 1 and you have USB 2. And it comes with the USB separate as well. So the separate USB that it comes with is this one right here. And you plug the USB here in one of them. So say for instance you plug this in USB 1, and this is what goes to the laptop. But now you can use USB 2 to plug in your mouse or whatever USB you intended to use originally with your USB port, as if the cooler wasn't actually there. So in that case, I would choose the Canyon over the M19 and the Chiron. In terms of design, this has 2 points that make it better, because it has the stop at the end here to stop the laptop from slipping, and on top of that the USB ports are up here instead of this ugly looking thing that's popping out on the sides. It would have been better maybe if the USB port was actually at the top instead, but it's not. So yeah, so let's get to the testing straight. And to test this, let's put these 2 on the side for now and start with the Canyon. So here's the Canyon right here, and we're gonna take my laptop, place it right on top, And right now I've got my laptop running the normal standard, I've got like 3 YouTube videos open and running in the background. That usually uses a lot of heat. So the temperature on my laptop right now is around 70, 69, 68. It's averaging about that, but you can have a look at it here. And we're gonna see if plugging in the fans is actually gonna make a difference. So what I'm gonna do is plug the fan in and then let it run for about, let's say, 3 minutes. 3 minutes should be sufficient. So right now I'm gonna plug it in and then run it for 3 minutes and see if it goes from 71 and how far down it actually goes. 3 minutes should be sufficient. All right, so let's go. We're gonna plug it in and it's plugged in, and I'm gonna run the timer and let's see. So right now we are at 71 still. Let's go back to the screen so that we can see. So it's still at 71. 20 seconds later and it's still about the same. And this one here is the Canyon Cooling Stand NS3. So we're at 70 right now, 70 degrees Celsius. And it seems like it's sticking to the 70 degrees Celsius. It's not moving really. It's still staying still. We are now in the 2-minute timer. Maybe let's put this there and put this on the side so that we can see. No, we want to see that entire thing. Alright, it's still 70. Alright, and now we're halfway through 3 minutes and we're still at 70 degrees Celsius. It hasn't gone down, guys. It's still the same. I'm trying to feel it and it's definitely still very hot. Like here around the top, it's definitely very hot to the touch. It burns to the touch, as a matter of fact. So the Canyon, does it work? Yeah, so far it's not promising at all. It is zero working because we're still at 69, 70. It's not making a difference. But we'll wait. Now we got 50 seconds left and there's no hope. I don't see any improvement at all whatsoever in terms of this cooling anything. And I don't see that it's working. So yeah, we can wait and see, but so far it's not promising at all. And that's it, guys. The time is up, the time is finished, we're over, and it's still the same, really. 3 minutes in and it's still 68, so 69. It didn't work at all. So for the Canyon, that's basically a fail. If you wanna check. So the Canyon is a fail because we're still at 70 degrees Celsius and the temperature has not decreased at all whatsoever. That's really a pity because I liked the design of this and I really liked that it had that bottom stop and also that the USB here. So this would have been my first choice. I was hoping that this was working, or at the very least working a little bit, but so far that's very disappointing. So let's move on to the next one. And next we're gonna test the Mkuzo. So let's put the Mkuzo underneath. And we've placed the Mkuzo down. And we're gonna plug it in. Oh, where does it plug in? Oh. And then we're gonna plug it in. Okay. That's also ugly that it's on this side, but anyway. So I can feel the fan, I can hear the fan working. Let's start the timer. And guys, right now it is at 68. So this one seems to be working, because I mean from 70 we're now at 68, 67. I saw 67 just now. Maybe it's a little bit better, I'm not sure, but let's wait and see. So 30 seconds in and we've gone down about 4 degrees Celsius. It's already a lot better than the Canyon. The Canyon lost miserably at that. And we're at 67. It's almost a minute in and it's only gone down about 3 degrees Celsius from the previous one. So although it kind of works, it works a little bit, it's not by a huge margin. At the end of the day, right now, as the test is happening, all of them are basically losers and none of them is working properly. Alright, and we're halfway there. We're 1 minute 30 seconds and it's still 67. I think this kind of looks like this is as far as the Mkuzo's gonna go. I'm not sure that it's gonna go lower than this. It's also stuck at 67. So maybe that's the best it can do. Let me feel it. Oh, it's very hot to the touch still. Right, now 2 minutes gone and we're still at 67 degrees Celsius. But we're gonna wait. We're gonna see if any of them actually makes a difference. We have 30 seconds left and it's still 67 degrees Celsius. That is 3 degrees Celsius from the original. And we're heading to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have 3 degrees Celsius difference. So the difference between the Canyon, because the Canyon is a complete loser, and the M19 is basically 3 degrees Celsius. And now we're gonna unplug that. So it's only improved by a very small margin. I'm beginning to think that these things actually don't work and it's just a gimmick. But let's go ahead. Sorry, all this time I was talking about, I did mention the M19, but that was actually the Mkuzo. So the Mkuzo is actually just 3 degrees Celsius lower. And it's starting to go back up now. Maybe I should let it run a little bit so that it gets back before I start the next test. the following test. Let's play this. Because we need this video, we need the CPU to heat up again. Because the last one you're gonna test is the M19, alright? So right now we're gonna put the M19 underneath with this ugly USB thing popping out on the side. And it looks like it's gonna stay at 67, so that might actually mean that the laptop fan was doing its cooling by itself and this didn't help at all. That's a possibility, but let's plug it in. So let's start here. We're at 67 degrees Celsius right now, and I plugged it in. It's starting to work, and let me start the timer. So we're gonna start the timer for 3 minutes again. All right. So we are at 66 degrees Celsius when we're starting right now. And the 3 minutes are rolling. Okay. We're like 65 degrees Celsius, that's 1 degree Celsius less. Also kind of crappy, but yeah, it's going down a little bit. A little more promising than the other ones, I guess. We're now at 64 on the 2-minute mark. So that means we have 2 minutes left, and it's gone down by 2 degrees Celsius. Let's see if we can at least get to 60 with the M19. I don't like this M19's quality build though, so yeah. Kind of doesn't matter to me whether it wins or not, because I wouldn't choose it anyway because of the way it's built. And we have 1 minute left with 64 degrees Celsius. Looks to me like that's as far as it's gonna go, and it's not gonna get any better. But only time will tell, we'll see. So yeah, we're kind of stuck at this right now. It doesn't seem to be improving at all, and all 3 of them are complete failures. None of them actually does work so far anyway. 26, 25, 24, 23. And that's it, guys. I mean, do I really need to wait until the end of this to tell you what we already know? Ooh, it went down 1 degree Celsius. So yeah, this one is about from 67, 66 to about 63, 4 degrees Celsius. And that's it. The time is up, finished, and it's only gone down by 3 degrees Celsius. So to answer the question, do cheap laptop coolers actually work? I'm gonna have to say no to that. And after this test, I really gotta say I'm not a fan. Thanks for watching. Till next time, peace.